Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be breaking down the main event for UFC 324 coming up this weekend, a couple days away, one day away. A bit late, but being a bit busy. So yeah, we're going to break this down, and should be really good main card. It's going to be great for the Paramount era. But the first fight on the main card is Gene Silver versus Arnold Allen in the featherweight division. This is going to be a banger. Arnold Allen, still pretty at the top of the division. Only lost to a really good comp, Max Holloway, and Movsar Evloev, so he's looking to bounce back, get himself back in that title picture. Gene Silva just lost to Diego Lopez, but in the second round was having a really good striking match against him. So he's definitely not, being fraud checked in any way, I don't think, apart from maybe his grappling. But yeah, so this is going to be an exciting fight. This fight, I think I see Arnold Allen winning a really close 29-28 decision. I think he gets rocked maybe in the second or first round when G-Sun was coming out hot. I think he has to change with his defense because he often comes in with his right arm down when he's throwing a left hook, and Gene Silver has really good left hook counters. So I think Gene Silver could catch him like that, and Arnold Allen has got to change his defense, make adjustments and going into the later rounds. But I think he does. I think he does well against Gene Silver. I think if he can keep it from being a scrappy fight, I think if his hands don't get broken, which they do a decent amount, but if he can, keep away from a scrap, I think he has a good chance of beating Gene Silver in this fight. So I'm going to pick Arnold Allen to win a close 29-28 decision. He could mix in some of his ground game. I know he doesn't use it very much, but if he needs to, he could to win that third round to survive in the first or second if he gets correct by Gene Silver. So I think Arnold Allen, I think he's going to win this fight. I think he could get a third round TKO even. But yeah, I think Gene Silver, he got cut open really easy against Diego Lopez. I think Arnold Allen's going to be targeting that, trying to cut him open as well. So yeah, I think Arnold Allen's probably going to win this fight 29-28, close decision, or third round TKO. Moving up the card, we have Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. This fight is in the women's flyweight division. It's not. I don't think Rose is going to win this fight. I noticed at the weigh-ins she looked old and tired. She didn't look like prime Thug Rose. I think she's kind of out of her way. She's kind of on her way out of the title contention, out of the top five, maybe even out of the top 10. She did beat Tracy Cortez and Amanda Ribas, but she lost to Erin Blanchfield pretty convincing, and she beat Miranda Maverick, but it wasn't the best fight. It was quite close. She did knock her down, but Natalia Silva's much better striker than Miranda Maverick. I think Natalia Silva's just going to piece Rose Namajunas up on the feet. I think she's going to win a 29-28 decision. I don't think she's going to knock out or TKO Rose. I don't think that's really something that could happen, but I think she is just going to outstrike her for the whole 3 rounds or 5 rounds that they're fighting. I think she's going to have a really, really easy match going into this. Well, not easy. I think Rose could maybe take her down. She could, in the first or the second round, drop her to the ground. There's definitely going to be some adversity for Natalia Silva, but I think she's just a much better striker. She's hungry. She's undefeated in the UFC on a streak right now, going for that title shot. But yeah, I think she's going to win this fight, and I think she's going to progress into her title shot against Valentina Shevchenko. I don't really see a way for Rose to win this fight, apart from maybe like a KO like she got over Zhang Wei Li, but I think she's honestly pretty past that in her career. So yeah, I think I see this fight going as a 29-28 win for Natalia Silva. I think Rose has some moments in the fight. I think she might get a takedown on her. She might get a knockdown. But I think, yeah, Natalia Silva is just too good on the feet for Rose at this point in her career, and she's just going to win this fight. Moving up, we have Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. This is going to be a banger, heavyweight. Waldo pushing for that title shot. He's number 5 ranked at the moment, 2-fight win streak. Only really recently lost to Sergey Pavlovich, who's really good in of his own self. Although a unlucky, bit of an unlucky streak at the moment. But yeah, I think Waldo Cortez Acosta, he's a good fighter. He throws good hands. I think the only way Derek Lewis wins this is by swinging crazy hands and catching Waldo and putting him out. But honestly, I think Waldo is good enough on the feet to stay safe against Derek Lewis. I think he outstrikes him. I think he might even finish him in this fight early in the first round. Yeah, I don't see a way for Derek Lewis to win this fight if it goes to decision. I think Waldo's got it. I think he's going to outstrike him and outpoint him. If it goes to power, Derek Lewis swings a lot of hands, but Waldo's better with swinging hands at the moment. I think Waldo, honestly, if it turns into a firefight, I think he's going to land first, and I think he's going to land hard, and he's gonna put out Derek Lewis. So I think this fight is probably going to go Waldo's way. He's going to get a second round TKO over Derek Lewis. I don't really see a way for Derek Lewis to win this fight. Sadly, he's had a bit of a rebound, beating Towson Teixeira and Rodrigo Nascimento. But yeah, I just think he's more of going to hang around in that top 10 area. But I don't think he gets back into the top 5. I think he has a hard time against up-and-coming contenders now. I think Derek Lewis is honestly going the way Jairzinho Rozenstruik is going to be going in his career at the moment. So yeah, sad as it is to say, I don't think the Black Beast wins this one. I think Waldo is going to win this. I think it's going to be either a convincing decision or an early stoppage. But moving up the card, we've got Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong, the co-main event. This is going to be a really exciting fight. I do think Sean O'Malley wins this fight. He's got the volume over Song Yadong. Whenever Song Yadong is stepped up, like against his fight against Piotr Jan and Corey Sandhagen, he just gets outstruck, outvolumed. He got finished by Corey Sandhagen. Jan didn't finish him. He did have a bit of a hard fight against him, but yeah, he's just going to get outvolumed. He's got so many cuts on his face, so much scar tissue. Sean O'Malley, he's a striker. He's a sniper. He's gonna open those cuts up. He's just gonna punish Song Yadong early. It's gonna be a really hard 5 rounds for Song Yadong, and I just don't think that Song Yadong has it really in him to beat Sean O'Malley. Every time he's gotten to the top of the division, he's lost. He barely managed to outvolume Henry Cejudo on significant strikes when Henry Cejudo had one eye for a round and a half or so. So I really think Sean O'Malley is just going to prove that he still belongs at the top of the division. He's going to outstrike Song Yadong. Song Yadong has a lot of power in his hands, but he just chooses the moment to unload too carefully. He doesn't let his hands go as often as he needs to against a fighter like Sean O'Malley. And when it comes to it, I think, he doesn't have much worry about being put out by Piotr Jan. Corey Sandhagen did manage to take him out, and Corey Sandhagen doesn't have as much power in his hands as Sean O'Malley does. We haven't seen it as recently in his career, but he's got that one-shot KO power. And I really think if it comes down to it, I value the sniper of Sean O'Malley over just the brute force of Song Yadong. And I really think it's going to go much the way the Corey Sandhagen fight did. And Sean O'Malley's going to finish him in the 4th or the 5th round, or he's going to win a pretty convincing decision. I think Song Yadong might take a round or 2 off of him, but I think Sean O'Malley wins this fight. I think Song Yadong, he's really good, but I don't think he's quite at the top of the division yet. When he comes up against other really good strikers, he just doesn't quite have it. So yeah, I think Sean O'Malley is going to win this fight. I think he's going to outvolume Song Yadong. I think he's going to knock him down a few times. And I think like Corey Sandhagen did, he's going to finish him. He's going to find that button to switch him off. Song Yadong's going to be bleeding. He's probably going to be bleeding early. And Sean O'Malley is just, he's going to find that button. He's going to find that shot to push Song Yadong's button and get him out of there. And yeah, I don't think Song Yadong really has too much of a chance against Sean O'Malley. If he does win, it's probably going to be 2nd or 3rd round TKO, KO, where he catches Sean O'Malley and puts him out of there. So I don't think Song Yadong's got much of a chance in this fight. I think Sean O'Malley's definitely likely going to win this. But yeah, moving up the card, we've got Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje, the main event for the UFC lightweight interim title. This is probably going to be a bit of a banger. But there was the news where Justin Gaethje had what looked like a staph infection on his neck, but he said it was just an ingrown hair. That could be, but he's been cleared to fight, so he's going in. That could be a little bit of a detriment to him. That couldn't be so good for him, but I think he's probably going to go into this in really good physical shape. He really wants to win this. He said his career, for everything he's done in his career, what does he really have to show for it other than that interim title against Tony Ferguson? So I think Justin Gaethje, I think he's going to go into this fight really motivated. I think he's going to go in. He's a dangerous striker. He's got crazy power in his hands. Paddy Pimblett's a big lightweight, but I don't think he's really faced power that like we've seen from Justin Gaethje. So I think Justin Gaethje wins this fight. And I think he'll either win this by a first round KO TKO, where he catches Paddy, maybe going for a takedown, or Paddy, when he goes for leg kicks, leaves both his arms out wide. He doesn't have a good defense when he goes for leg kicks. So if he's leg kicking early, I think Justin Gaethje catches him. I think he comes over the top and catches Paddy Pimblett going for those leg kicks. Paddy Pimblett in his fight against Jared Gordon really fucked up his right leg. So I think, and Justin Gaethje has those weird leg kicks where he runs in and smashes his leg into them. So I think he could do some damage to Paddy Pimblett's leg. And yeah, I think if it goes 5 rounds, Paddy Pimblett didn't have a very good third round against Tony Ferguson. He kind of gassed out in that fight. And 2023 Tony Ferguson should not be having a really good round against you in round 3. But yeah, so I think he has improved. He had a really good round against Chandler, TKO'd him in the third round. He subbed King Green. If he does win Paddy Pimblett, he's going to win by sub, I think. He's going to get Gaethje down. Gaethje got taken down by Fiziev. So I think Paddy Pimblett could take Gaethje down. I don't think he's going to take him down in the first round. I think it's going to be in the second or the third, and then he could maybe get a sub. But I think if this fight goes to a decision, I think Justin Gaethje's going to break him on the feet. Paddy Pimblett said he wants to strike Gaethje. That's not a good mentality to have. If I want Paddy to win, I want him to be on the ground, getting those triangles, getting the armbar or the rear naked choke. I don't want him to be striking with Justin Gaethje because that's where he's going to lose. Gaethje's just got the advantage on the feet. So if Paddy Pimblett holds to his promise and strikes with Gaethje, I don't think he wins this fight. But if he takes it to the ground, he could definitely get a sub off. Gaethje's going to look to keep this on the feet as well. Yeah, Gaethje, I think I see Gaethje stopping Paddy early or breaking him down over a 5-round decision and either stopping him late or securing a 49-46 decision win for himself. Yeah, I don't think Paddy could win this if it goes to decision. I think he'll probably gas out in the later rounds. If he does go to the ground, he could win this. But if it stays on the feet, Justin Gaethje hits like a truck, man. Justin Gaethje's probably going to put him out of there. Yeah, I don't think this fight goes very well for Paddy. If he doesn't take it to the ground. So I'm picking Justin Gaethje to win by either a decision or like a second round TKO over Paddy Pimblett. I don't think Paddy Pimblett is quite yet at the top of the division yet. He got number 5 ranked off of beating a number 7 ranked Michael Chandler when he was number 12 in the division at the time. I just think they've rushed him a little too much. I don't think he's quite that ready for that yet. I think I would like him to see one more, maybe against Dan Hooker or another contender like Fiziev. But yeah, I just don't think Paddy quite has it to beat Justin Gaethje at this stage in his career. He really should have gone one more. But that hype around him was too much for the UFC, I guess. But yeah, Justin Gaethje, he's been at the top of the division for so long. He did have that knockout loss to Holloway, but Paddy Pimblett isn't a Holloway on the feet. I don't think Paddy Pimblett can really win this fight unless he, brings his A game and takes it to the ground and subs Gaethje. So yeah, I'm picking Justin Gaethje to win this fight. But thank you for listening. Make sure you drop a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think after the main event or after the fight. After UFC 324, I'm gonna post a breakdown video showing what I got right, what I got wrong. I'm gonna be busy on the event, so I'm not gonna be able to watch as many of the fights live as I want to. Plus, they only allow us to watch the prelims on TVNZ here, so yeah, I'm not gonna be able to watch the main event. So yeah, I'll do a breakdown video, not so much on the fights itself, mostly on my picks and on some of the more exciting prelim fights. I'll do a breakdown on those. But yeah, so catch you later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.